Dad's too humble in their declaration?
Oh, only about 99.9% of the time. I think most dads forget to put in the important things that are going to really help the judge get a way better understanding of you.
Things he didn't mention in that video, bro, you should have slit her throat. You should have gone after her with everything that you had. You were too humble about things. You wanted your child to be able to have a mother. You knew that she could be a good mother one day, but you didn't go full force into this because you didn't want any conflict. All you cared about was being a dad, 50-50, no hate, I just want to be a dad. There's a lot of dads out there that look back on everything and they're like, damn, I had all of this evidence on her, all of this crap, and I should have gone torch earth. But you didn't because you wanted to show the judge that you're not a torch earth person, but yet she went torch earth on you with a bunch of lies. I myself, I could have nailed her with the drug test, but at the same time, like even with that drug test, does she use those drugs all the time? No, she doesn't. Would she be a good mom at some point? Yes, she would. Do I really want to destroy my daughter's mother's life? No, I don't. But once you go to family court, she's all about destroying your life with just lies. I've got a lot of ladies that go through parental alienation and have lost their kids to what men do. But honestly, I kind of tell men, go scorch earth. Tell them all, everything. This is a war. And it sucks that this is a war. That's the reason why I say the best child support is equal shared parenting. We got to legalize fatherhood. If we legalize fatherhood, we don't have to go after women the way we need to go after women today. Tell the truth. Tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God. Because if you don't, you may end up just like the men on this page. If only fatherhood was just a right and not a purchase, and the best child support was equal shared parenting, and women didn't get a kickback on taking the kids, and the judges and the attorneys didn't make so much money off of this. Wow. But here we are. Love you. Kisses.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women are not as emotionally mature as they claim to be, or that they've convinced you that they are. Because emotional maturity is the ability to understand, manage, and express your feelings and your emotions in a healthy way inside of your relationship whenever you're facing challenges, especially whenever you're mad. And whenever most women get upset, the only feeling that they know how to express in that moment is anger. Self-awareness leaves the building. Self-regulation is gone. Empathy is not there. Accountability never even enters at all. We ain't going to even mention that word. That's going to make them a little bit madder. And they no longer know how to communicate in a healthy manner. But they're emotionally mature. But that's not something that can just come and go. Because when you're emotionally mature, you're very mindful of your emotions and you're mature enough to handle them.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
I know so many men who are actually good men, like genuinely good character, kind, loyal, would make solid husbands, and they're still getting rejected. And before you spiral and go, women only want toxic men, no, that's not what's happening. Women are not rejecting your character. They're rejecting your life. And I know that stings, because in your head, you're like, why can't women just choose me first? Why do I have to have everything figured out before I'm worthy of love? Why can't we build together? I get that. But listen, that's not logic talking. That's wound talking. Because nobody wants to raise their partner. Building together doesn't mean I'm lost and you carry me while I figure it out. It means I'm moving, you walk beside me. Right now, a lot of good men aren't moving. You don't have a stable job. You don't really know what you're doing. You're saying you're figuring it out, but nothing's changing. You smoke too much. You avoid responsibility and call it being chill. You're nice, but you're not solid. And then you're confused why dating feels hard. It's not because you're a bad man. It's because you're not a safe bet yet. And hey, this isn't about money. This isn't about being perfect. It's about effort, direction, actually doing something with your life. Women don't feel safe attaching to potential. They attach to momentum. Here's what women feel but don't always say. I like you, but I don't trust where this is going. And that kills attraction fast. You're just under functioning. You're waiting to be chosen instead of choosing your life. You want a high quality woman while offering low effort lifestyle. You think being a good guy should be enough. It's not. Not because women are demanding too much, but because partnership requires stability. If you got even 20% more disciplined, 20% more responsible, and 20% more self-respecting, dating would feel completely different. You don't need to become someone else. You need to stop hiding behind, I'm a good guy, and actually step up. Good men don't lose in dating. Stuck men do. And yes, it hurts because it means this isn't about women. It's about you doing the uncomfortable part.
So you're not really talking about the majority of men. Around 62% of single men who are 25 through 39 are working full time, and that's not including part-time workers there. And about 65 to 70% report actively working toward career or financial goals, right? So the image of men drifting, being unemployed and doing nothing, you're talking about the minority of men, which men would have told you to stay away from in the first place. That's not going to be the average man. I don't, here's what's saying. Y'all keep on running into losers, which men are saying they're losers. And then y'all saying, well, most men are doing this. No, no, they're not. The good guys, no. We're saying that these are not good guys. Period. End of story. And he says women aren't rejecting character. They're rejecting your position. The data shows that moving from unstable to moderately stable does not dramatically improve outcomes. On dating apps, the top 10 to 15% of men receive roughly 60 to 70% of female attention, while average stable men are filtered out at similar rates to unstable ones. So the selection is concentrated. It's not, then the men aren't trying, they're not doing this. No, y'all are going towards the top 10 to 50, top 10 to 15% of dudes. Statistically speaking, it don't matter whether the man is good or not. If he's not in the top, y'all think that y'all deserve better than him. Y'all are thinking that y'all are better than the guy. Stop this. I could go on and knock out all of the points, but I'm not going to do that. I'm sure you have some things that are valid, and I can see those points, right? I understand what you're talking about, but the vast majority of men are not doing the things that you're saying. Modern women are passing them up because they're looking for the top men.
If a dozen eggs costs $3, how much is each egg?
Say that again.
Say it again.
If a dozen eggs costs $3, how much is each egg?
Wait. I don't.
You got this. You got
I don't do math. I'm strictly humanities.
Hi.
Hi.
Have you been here before?
Never.
Okay. What's your name, honey?
Jewel.
Are you in a good mood?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you seem like you got an attitude at the door.
No. Why would I have an attitude?
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Who would call in with an attitude?
You'll be surprised. What you do for a living?
Stay at home mom.
Okay. How do you pay your bills?
God.
How does God send you the money to pay your bills?
It just happens. When you're blessed, you know you're blessed. And you just get money from all different kind of streams of income, you know?
Do you get child support?
I do.
Oh, okay. So is that how you get to stay home?
It's one of the ways, yeah.
How old's your baby?
I have 5 of them.
How old are your kids?
My youngest is 3. He just turned 3. Then I have a 4-year-old. Then I have a 9-year-old. Then I have a 15-year-old and a 19-year-old.
How many children's dads do you have?
One.
One. Why you not with this man? Y'all got 5 kids together.
Because somebody shot and killed him.
Okay.
That's a really hard question to ask people.
I apologize. I think here's the deal. I'm very sorry that that happened to you. From my point of view, it's a very normal question to ask when you have a person that has that many kids and then they're looking for love. So it's very normal for me to ask that question, but I'm sorry that that is the answer for you.
That's a very tender question. And like sometimes, have you ever heard of rage baiting? Like you'll just say mean stuff to get people to say something. Have you ever heard of that? My point is when you ask somebody a hard question, you definitely want to be able to back that up because like, yeah, that's tender.
Well, let me jump in. I'm going to defend myself in that case. Now, like I said, I apologize because of what you went through, but it's a very logical question as hosting a dating show.
First of all, I came on this platform because I know as soon as a person say they have kids, y'all go crazy on them. Y'all think they don't need to, they don't deserve to date. All they should do is focus on their kids and all this and that. But yeah, they probably really should focus on raising their kids, but they want to be loved too, you know? Receiving bad advice from somebody that you watch on the internet and it don't help. But go ahead.
What's the bad advice?
Yeah, she definitely came on there with an attitude, and like Kendra was saying, condolences. But you've been knowing, she really came on there to make Kendra a punching bag, is what she really came on there to do. And Kendra, and I support this. Kendra wouldn't have any of it. Hey, you don't talk to me like that. I didn't do anything to you. Well, you don't ask people. You rage bait people, and you don't ask them a question like that. You already knew the questions that were coming. Number one. Number two, I don't know you. So I'm asking you, if you got 5 kids, why are you on the show? Where's the dad? I mean, you obviously had 5 kids with one man. Why are you on the show if you have 5 kids with him? Oh, well, you don't ask people a question like that. He died. Well, how would I know that? I don't know you. I don't know you. Maybe you're not ready. Modern women continue to talk about how men don't process their feelings correctly. This woman, she hasn't processed her feelings correctly. And she tried to come on making it everybody else's problem. You need to go to therapy.
Dắt tiếng môi. Không. Mong tạm. Ui. Ra mắt. Môi. See here?
Yeah, long.
This one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, close
then
it.
close from here. And then each other.
Okay, that's good.
No boyfriend.
No boyfriend. Why?
Mong. Xăm đi ha. Rồi.
She done slapped that damn thing a couple times. I mean, one time I get it. You ain't never seen nothing like that in Vietnam. I get it. But you done slapped that thing like 3 times. We gonna need to slap a case on her. But this brings me to an important point. Female promiscuity and perversion. Guys are perverts. We know that. The female perversion it's insidious. You feel me? It's damn near why you can't have daughters and trust them on a sleepover, because it's like you don't know who doing what. You can't just trust that, it's all girls. It should be normal. Like, nah, they get too close. And this is why the female has to be explicitly trained on maintaining appropriate boundaries. The only time you hear women talk about boundaries is on goofy stuff, like when a man's trying to tell her what to do. She's like, oh my God, my boundaries. It's like, nah, shorty, that ain't how that work. Anyways, comments, thoughts below.
Let me tell you what she won't. There's 5 NBA players, 2 millionaires, and a content creator that's ready to blow a bag on her in the DMs right now. And she not responding because she like yo broke ass.
Boy, it's only one archetype that might be getting this treatment, and that is a thug, a real one, a hood general, a goon, a real stepper. This is the only dude that could be broke that's getting this treatment. Other than that, lies, man. Cause she's gone at the first story like she start acting different. She can get a celebrity like a influencer hit a heart on the story. He didn't even say nothing, And she gonna start acting different right then and there. She like, oh yeah, your days are numbered, buddy. As soon as a celebrity like her story, he actually has 90 days to become ultra rich and famous, or she's done.
I know that's right.
You look at me like that fool.
Oh, no, just looking at this post, I thought it was relatable. It's funny.
What?
Oh,
Man.
It says the minimum that you should give your girl per month is $10,000. $10,000.
Okay, and his net worth is $30 million. So I mean, he should be able to get $10,000.
Get your weight up.
No, it's not about getting my weight up. It's about at he's making $30 million a year. He should be able to do $10,000. I'm not making $30 million.
Boy.
Yeah. And then you some boy.
Boy,
If I
yes.
did make $30 million, I might not even choose you. You didn't know
Boy,
that part.
please.
You didn't know that part.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
What? I'm just money hungry then. Like if I was with you said NBA player?
We talking about a star NBA basketball player. He's not gonna treat you like.
John Morant.
Would you rather be a side chick to a star NBA basketball player, or be married to a loyal average man making less than $100,000 a year?
Married to a regular diggler man.
Okay. What about you?
Me too.
Okay. Now, why is that you guys' answer? Because most people watching don't think you guys are lying.
Okay, because it's not that I'm lying. It's not that I'm lying. But it's more so like, I mean, what? I'm just money hungry then. Like if I was with you said NBA player?
We talking about a star NBA basketball player. He's not gonna treat you like.
John Morant.
Let's say okay. Let's say you was Ja Morant. He treating you good, but he got multiple women on the side. He got a main girl.
One, I don't like to share. And two, that's nasty. And three, like that just mean I'm money hungry. Like usually, I'm not gonna say usually because I don't know people who be married. I don't know them. Like if that's the case and you know your man cheating, you keep going back. You just money hungry. Like you like the money. Like I don't think I like the money. I don't like the money that bad. Like being rich. Having a husband and a kid to go home to, like that's being rich to me.
What about you? If it's Ja Morant, hypothetically, what would you do?
I just feel like I wouldn't be satisfied enough. Like it's fun and all, it's cool, but I wouldn't be satisfied. It wouldn't be enough. Especially if I'm the side girl, I feel like that wouldn't be maintainable. Because especially how I act, yeah, it wouldn't be maintainable.
You gotta go with a schedule. Like I gotta wait on you to hit me up, wait on you to call me. Gotta wait. No.
Honestly, I thought this was a pretty good answer, to be quite frank. A lot of modern women would have chosen Ja Morant. They would have chosen, obviously, Ja Morant. They would have chosen any dude that was a celebrity or looked like he was a celebrity or had any type of play, just because they were trying to get to the money. They were trying to get around and be around somebody that honestly and truly don't have no morals for you. They not looking for you or checking for you like that. They only checking for one certain thing. And they said, nah, I'm looking for a man that is going to be stable and he's going to be loyal to me.
Strong, independent, but also open to being submissive. Someone who got a great head on their shoulders.
Your name and age, and what's the reason you pop your balloon?
I'm Jingles. I'm 40 plus. I'm not being submissive to nobody.
Not being submissive to nobody?
Nope.
That's crazy.
What's your take on that, bro?
I mean, honestly, with all due respect, that's your choice and everything. But I'm not trying to be funny, but there's a reason why you're probably still single.
Because I chose to. I chose to be single because I meet people like you who think that people should be a certain way. So I'd rather be single because I can do my own, hold my own, and have my own. So that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? This is something I'm trying new. So don't get that twisted, my love.
So the one thing that I wanted to say, I didn't say you had to be a certain way. I said be open to a certain way. And I said independent.
That's not for you.
Okay. It's the same one that's cut me off while I'm talking. Okay.
Have a blessed
Okay.
day.
And you made a really good point there at the end. The same one that's cutting me off talking. You're not open to anything. You're a problem. You're a headache. And on top of that, at 40 years old, look at the way you're dressed. There's plenty of examples in this compilation where women are talking about how men present themselves and how men are dressed, maybe 2 or 3 other examples. But then they come out looking like this and they're not embarrassed, which is crazy to me.
Let me show you what it's like dating an old man, okay? So when there's like a 12, 14-year age difference, let me show you what type of shoes they look for. Come here, baby, let me see the shoe.
What is it? It's a video?
Not you modeling.
Because I saw what you were doing, so I gotta show it to you.
These. And you know what I said? So at least it's not lime green. It could be worse. It could be like this shoe. And then I'd be mad. I'd be embarrassed. We could look to the other side.
And Rudy, why did you end up popping your balloon?
It's nothing wrong. You look very nice. You know, of course, for a date, I would want you to wear something proper besides looking like you're going to Dave and Buster.
And now, is she someone that's your type?
Not initially. I'm big into active, so.
What's wrong with me?
He's getting to it.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So I'm big into an active lifestyle. I do a lot, do a lot of movement. And my opinion, it doesn't look like you do a lot of movement. That's all I'm saying. I could be wrong. I don't know you. So, but yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Is he wrong?
Yes, you're wrong.
Okay.
Because I'm an even planner, so I move a lot.
Okay.
And I work out twice a week. So you are wrong. Thank you. Next.
Thank you. Let's head back this way.
What you want, what you need.
Y'all, they told his ass up in the comments. So look, looking at the comments, what I want to know is there an age limit to how you should dress? Like, once you get older, is there a such thing as being sophisticated because you're older? Like, is it a turn off to see somebody who's older dressed like they're much younger? Or do you dress how you feel? And then he got to clapping back. So they was really calling him sassy because he was clapping back at people in the comments. And they like, oh, he dressed the way he act. Like, he is, this is immature. So is there a certain level of maturity that comes with your style of dress? Like, is it to be assumed that because people dress younger that they're a little on the immature side? I need to know what y'all think about that.
I guess I find this one a little bit funny because modern women will, or women in general, yeah, they'll be like, oh, well, you don't have no right to comment on a woman's body, on what she wears. Don't talk about what she's wearing in the gym. And then they'll go out and talk about a man wearing this type of stuff. And all the man was really saying with your gym attire is it's too much. It's over the top. You need to present yourself better. But should a man say that, you want to fight and you want to swing on the man.
Can I ask you something? Can you tell me how many black people work in the administration right now under Trump?
But that,
I'm just asking. How many people?
I don't know, but that's like a superficial question, right?
Why? Yeah,
because it's not about.
Why shouldn't? Let me just say this. Why shouldn't all races, right, be representative, like with President Biden and Kamala Harris in the administration? Why is it always white, blonde women that are idiots, and straight white men? Like, why?
Well, I'm going to look at the question that she asked. She said the word truly. Truly makes it seem like it's like an absolute. I don't necessarily feel like it's an absolute, but I think he's better than the alternative. when you look at everything all together. So when we look at it, it's not about, when he talks about merit, I want a job not because of the color of my skin, but because I'm capable. And nowadays, if I always need affirmative action, but yet you tell me that I'm equal, then I'm not playing on level footing. Hold on.
Okay.
So look at it like this. Prior to, let's say, affirmative action, did whites of all ages, of all economic backgrounds, did they have to compete to get into Harvard?
Yes.
Exactly. So why does a person, because of the color of their skin, get to do it? So it's not about whether or not how many are in. I want qualified people in. Because what happens is, when they're not qualified, you know what black people do? They just hired that idiot because he was a token. Because we know he didn't do the job right. He didn't make us look good. He didn't represent well. We don't, and there is a responsibility that the black community needs to take about whether or not we're going to measure up. Do you want somebody there just because they're black, or do you want somebody there just because they're qualified?
Yeah, but okay, but I want someone there. I was brought up, you know, this is what my mother used to say to me, an Italian-Irish mother. My mother used to say to me, not everybody has to be your best friend, but everybody deserves to be treated equal.
I agree with that.
Of course.
Equal. And you want to know what? In the black community, the black and brown community, as a white woman, they don't get treated right. So
But who says that?
How do you know?
That's a blanket statement.
Where's your evidence of that?
No, it's not. They don't get treated.
How do you
Who's
know?
they?
And how do you measure that?
It depends
How
on
do
your
you measure
economic.
that?
Because I talk to people, I work the road.
I wouldn't say I'm someone that has a lot of icks.
For the record, fellas, if you're dating a woman and she refers to things that she dislikes as icks, it's a good chance that you're headed in the wrong direction. Viewer discretion is advised.
But one thing that really gets me is men complaining. I really don't want to hear about your problems.
And there you have it, only 5 seconds in. I told you. If their thought process features words that are clickbait material, there's a good chance they about to tell you some. But let's address what she's saying. What bothers her is men complaining. She doesn't want to hear about our issues. Now, you could easily say she's a very insensitive individual, but that'd be too cliche. Everybody would know that already. What I am going to say is, fellas, please stay clear away of women like this. Not only that, when they have issues, if you know them to be this way and they have issues, pay it no mind. Give the same energy that they would give you if you had a problem.
The only time I feel it's acceptable for you to tell me about your problems is when you have already thought of a solution and started actioning it.
What is the point of discussing an issue if I've already found a solution? That tells me exactly how much she knows about men, because we don't discuss issues just to talk about it. Men bring problems to each other. We combine each other on that level to find a solution. So if we've already found a solution, we're not going to discuss it. There's nothing to discuss.
And obviously, I'm not speaking about life-altering things. I'm talking about like minor little setbacks, minor inconveniences.
She strikes me as the type that believes that only women are allowed to complain. Despite the fact that in life, everybody goes through something, and sometimes you just want to get something off your chest, despite it being an extreme situation or a very minor situation. When dealing with your woman, fellas, you should always have a stage or a space to be able to discuss whatever it is that may be bothering you in the moment. Now, I would go to the extent of saying, please do it within reason, because no one wants to hear a complaint every single day. Then that's just nagging. That's a completely different situation. There's nothing wrong with bringing something to the table that bothers you in that moment, whether you have a solution for it or not.
Like, don't come to me to whine and moan, because you're wasting time that you could be using to fix your problem.
And they will get on this very internet and wonder why men don't open up to their women in relationships, because women like this exist. Now, fortunately for us, it's not all women. The word of advice for that young woman in the video: sweetheart, when a man comes to you, especially in a relationship with a problem, he's coming to you for one or two things. He just needs to vent and get something off his chest, or he's really looking for some kind of assistance. It may be an issue that you might be the best person to help him with. Fellas, whatever y'all do, stay clear away of these type of women in the world, man. Please, don't procreate with them. Don't spend your time trying to get into a healthy, committed relationship with them. They don't deserve that kind of a privilege. They're not here to contribute to a relationship. They're only here to receive. These type of women will drain you. And not only that, they don't even see you as human, which is the worst kind of person to be with. I hope y'all listen to me. Y'all keep the change.
I
don't give a what a man does for work. If he does not come home and contribute to your life, meaning helping you with the kids, helping you with the house, helping you with the laundry, he is not the one, sis. Yesterday I was upstairs cleaning. Now the house was completely destroyed. Like I had a really busy day working, answering some messages, posting content, just really catching up from being gone over the weekend. And then I went upstairs and I started doing laundry and getting all that sorted out. I hear Eric come home and he doesn't come upstairs and say anything to me. He doesn't come up there, tell me hi, kiss me, whatever. So I just finished doing what I'm doing. And then I come downstairs and the entire downstairs is clean. Dishes washed, counters wiped down, the floors are clean, everything is done. And he's in the greatest mood ever. And this is like a reoccurrence. This is actually something that happens all the time. Like he just comes home from work and he just cleans the house and he cooks dinner and he does the things that needs to be done so that we can have our time together in the night. And he said, I realized you probably had a busy day. Like you probably, I had mentioned to him that I was like trying to get caught up.
But she don't go to work, right? And her man coming home from work, and he cleaning the dishes and he cooking. Bitch, bye.
So he realized that. He took into note, like, okay, he didn't just come home and get angry that the laundry wasn't done or that the kitchen was dirty or the dishes or dinner wasn't done. He wasn't mad about any of that. He's just like, you know what, let me just clean up really quick, make some dinner. If you do not have a partner that comes home and it contributes to your life, you don't have a partner. You literally have
Bitch, you talking about coming home and then I'm cooking and cleaning with you. What the f*** you were doing all day anyways? You're cleaning up one house. You're not cleaning the whole neighborhood. It shouldn't take you all day to do laundry. Laundry takes 2 hours max. Bro, see, this is what I'm talking about, man. There are simps out here. And I'm not saying helping your wife is a bad thing.
When Kevin Samuels passed, people like Vivica Fox, like literally dance in the street, jump for joy like this man had committed a crime, he had killed somebody or did a heinous crime to things. And it was just so remarkable to me that they were celebrating another black man's death that had committed no crime. Why do you think that Kevin's death was so celebrated from feminists?
It's because they're feminists. They were all of the hit dogs hollering. You didn't see happily married black women celebrating his death. You didn't see women who were happy in their relationship celebrating his death. It was all of the women who were the women that he was talking about, all of the delusional women, all of the single baby mothers, all of the women who had chose poorly. They got with a Pookie or Ray Ray, and then they were 38, 40 years old, 2 kids, no money, out there looking for the next man that make $250,000, and then they're like, oh, why can't I get it? Why don't I deserve it? So they felt like, he was bringing too much attention to it, to their delusion and the fact that they're not going to get what they're looking for. They don't like that. They don't like accountability. Accountability feels like oppression to people who've never been held accountable. So that's why they feel that way. They're like, who is this man that's so oppressive and he hates women and he's misogynistic? And then they start, they got to do all the things. They call you every name in the book, every term in the book when you start highlighting the things that they say wrong. You got to be misogynistic, you got to be gay, or they just talk about your appearance, or you ugly, you mad, you can't get no chicks. It's all the nonsense that they talk about. So it was all the women who were mad that he was talking about them. And he didn't say nothing wrong. He just like, yo, hold yourself accountable. If you 250 pounds, 300 pounds, how you expect to get a man that's making $300,000 a year? And why should he just be faithful to you?
Free game.
That's the truth.
Game alert. It's the truth. They hated him for telling the truth. And I'm 43 years old, and still to this day, I still do not understand what women's quarrel with accountability is. It seems like it's literally kryptonite to them.
But like in the context of bowing, like I just don't feel comfortable. Like I would feel bad about myself.
A woman will choke on a guy's dick, let him come in your mouth, you'll swallow his, you'll let him blast on your face, you'll let him blast on your back, you'll do back shots, you'll let him inside your. But women draw the line at, I don't cook, I don't clean, I won't bow, I won't do his laundry. And I'm like, hold on. The bow is uncomfortable, but I'll let a man inside of me within 30 minutes of meeting. This girl over here.
His load, but you won't do his load.
Yes, wait, repeat that, Felicity.
You'll take his load, but you won't do his load.
Well put.
And that women are literally children, you're not going to do very well with women. If you are taking women seriously and you are engaging with her as if she is your equal, you are going to get killed. She's going to kill you. You're going to get cooked. This starts from a very young age. They learn that they can do anything and get away with anything because their father is likely castrated and not allowed to discipline her. They don't even learn right from wrong. For example, instead of taking accountability, a woman will cry, argue, turn red, faint, lose her keys, lose her purse, call her ex, call her mother, kick the dog, run away, get a flat tire, go to jail. She will do all of this before she says, you know what, I was wrong, I'm sorry. Because that would be maturity. And women, like I said, are literally children.
If you want black men to stand up for you, advocate for you, protect you in the public and in the private, then y'all gonna have to start caring about them a little bit more. Because too many black women say, where the good black man at? But don't actually give a damn about a black man unless they're useful. Y'all mock their pain. Y'all laugh at their struggle. Y'all calling them broke without even acknowledging the system that broke them. Let's be honest. We protest for everybody. We cry for everybody. We show up for everybody. But when black men are dying, incarcerated, struggling mentally, getting dragged through the media, it's silence. You can't scream black love while publicly disrespecting black men. You can't demand protection from somebody you don't even see as human. And before somebody say men don't even protect us anyway, ask yourself, why would anyone fight for a community that only values them when danger shows up? If you want black men to show up, maybe start standing with them instead of standing on them.
Would you drop your kid off at a random stranger's house, someone that you've never met, and say, hey, raise them however you think is best? No. Not only no, but no, you wouldn't. Because that sounds insane. Well, welcome to family court, where that exact level of insanity happens every single day. A judge, someone who's never changed your kid's diaper, never held them during a panic attack, never helped them with homework, never even seen you interact with your own child. They get handed a file full of accusations and opinions, and suddenly they become an expert on your child's life? Imagine trusting a stranger who read a few pages about you to decide where your kid sleeps, who they bond with, what school they go to, and how many days you're allowed to love them. You'd never trust a stranger to watch your dog without meeting them first. But somehow you're expected to trust someone with your entire bloodline? Make it make sense. The system gives more power to someone who's known your kid for 5 minutes than to a parent who's known them their whole life. And parents are just supposed to sit there and nod, accepting whatever decision a stranger makes about the most important human that they've ever loved. If that doesn't piss you off, you're not paying attention. If this hit you, don't just scroll past it. Like it, comment it, share it. Because the only way this message gets heard is if you push it into the algorithm. And if you're a parent fighting this broken system, or if you need real strategies, support, or a roadmap through the chaos, you can get my coaching. And you can get every guide I've ever created. You can get it on my website, present-father.com. Present-father.com. Don't fight this alone. Follow the page, share the message, and let's help more parents wake up to what's really happening.
How long have you been friends?
What, a month?
So under the right circumstance, would you ever let him hit?
Definitely. I would. Under the right circumstance, yeah.
How about you, the other way around?
That's neither here nor there.
Well, she just solidified it.
She said what? What'd you say? Let me know what I can say.
I said that I would let you hit under the right circumstances.
Oh yeah, under the right circumstances, yeah. Under the right circumstances.
Well, why'd you wait for her response before you gave yours?
Because I don't know how much information I could put out there.
So y'all learned the talking stage.
Yeah, very early on.
So why would you call each other friends?
I feel like you gotta be friends first before you take that next level. Because also, to be honest, like I don't know him. So it's like.
But have you ever needed to know a guy to sleep with him?
I've done it on the first night. I'm grown as fuck.
So why are you guys taking your time now?
It's a matter of. I let this nigga hit. I let this nigga hit. I really can't keep. We've already fucked. Really, I don't feel like lying. Honestly, it was fine. It was great. I had a great time. And honestly, we're friends and we chilling.
Now, he was in there with this interview, and I appreciate that both of them didn't want to give too much information because they already knew what type of time they were on. I actually think they were very respectful to each other, right? A lot of times you got these women out here that will play around in a man's face, will say kind of what she said. Well, I don't mind, allowing other guys to be all over me. Now the problem is, well, you know what? Before I start speculating, I'm going to leave it where it is. I'm going to trust that she's got good intentions, even though my brain is looking at him and thinking something differently. I'm going to trust that she's going to do the right thing.
Sometimes pretty privilege can actually be a curse. I think that women that are not so attractive actually have it a lot easier. And maybe that's the reason why so many CEOs don't take care of themselves. A lot of women that are at the top of the food chain, and I mean like in business or the top of like big positions, aren't as aesthetic with their hair, their nails, their food. They know that that can be looked on as a weakness. Except for the Kardashians, because they've been able to flip. And that's funny. I was actually the first person to interview Kim here in 2011 when she came. My news editor was like, I need you to go interview this girl. Her name is Kimberly Kardashian. I Googled her. The only thing that came out was that she was Paris Hilton's best friend. So I had no idea what to ask her. But yeah, she was able to flip that. I mean, if you ask any successful woman that's attractive, they just have to weed out so much BS from men. So 100% it's hard.
Make it work for both men and women.
Maybe it's not that they think about it like it's a weakness. Maybe they're some of these women that do this Shira 7 stuff. They're getting dressed up and they're presenting a certain way without any substance. And it doesn't work out for them because the people that they're trying to present to and they're trying to lure in, the deeper and deeper, these people have gotten there for a certain reason, right? Obviously, you have the outliers, but a lot of these people are pretty smart, right? Obviously, you have, like, say, for instance, it might be an athlete or something like that, or somebody that doesn't really pay it. Well, they're good at football. That's what they're good at, but they don't really think about anything else. You've got entrepreneurs, which is who y'all are looking for, who y'all are looking to settle down with. These guys aren't going to mess around with their money, right? They might be playing and doing all of this other stuff, but they're going to know what questions to ask you, just as a part of normal conversation, not to kind of fish anything out of you or expose you, but we're just having a conversation about the journeys that we've had in our lives, the people that we've talked to. A lot of times we like to put millionaires or people that are wealthy in a box to where they're not normal people. Whereas you might be talking to a millionaire and you don't even know it. The man or the woman might just be chilling, talking to you in some sweats, might just come off a jog. You would never even know it because they're walking into a normal coffee shop and they're not drinking with their pinky up. They're just sitting there having a normal cup of coffee, Starbucks. They walk out. They might not even have their quote unquote good car that they drove. They might drive a nice car up there, but I'm not flashy. I'm not flaunting it. You know, I put some of that stuff in investments. I got a nice house if you ever get to see it, but you'll never know. I'll know who you are by asking questions and what you do. And I'll say, oh, okay, well, I hope that works out. And I'm going about my business. But people are going to start pegging, and they've already started pegging these modern women who aren't supposed to be where they are. They present well, they look good, but you don't really have what it takes. There's not even any potential. You're faking it. And we're not even talking about faking it till you make it. We're talking about you out here being an imposter. You know that you're an imposter. I know what you're up to. I know you're only here to take my money, to work the room. You're not even here to network. You're not even here to provide value to any of us. The men that you're looking for are going to know that. So this thing about pretty privilege, I think it could go the other way. You might get out there and look a certain way and do a certain thing, but the people knock you down because you're not really that person.